Every freelance web designer dreams of the same moment, opening their inbox and seeing another client asking for a proposal instead of wondering where the next project will come from. But what if that steady flow of clients didn't come from expensive ads or crowded freelance marketplaces? What if it started with a simple message on LinkedIn? This is the story of how one web designer stopped chasing random gigs and built a predictable system that consistently brought in around 5 clients every month. For years, Alex believed that becoming a better designer would naturally attract more work. Every new project sharpened his skills. His portfolio looked cleaner, his websites loaded faster, converted better, and looked more professional than ever before. Yet every month felt like starting from zero. Some weeks were packed with work, others were painfully quiet. The inconsistency wasn't just frustrating, it made planning for the future almost impossible. Like many freelancers, Alex relied heavily on Fiverr and Upwork. At first, they seemed like the perfect solution. Clients were already looking for web designers, and opportunities appeared every day. But over time, the landscape changed. Hundreds of designers competed for the same projects. Prices dropped lower and lower as freelancers tried to outbid each other. Winning a project often depended less on quality and more on who was willing to charge the least. Even after delivering great work, there was no guarantee the client would return. The cycle repeated endlessly, leaving Alex constantly searching for the next opportunity instead of building lasting relationships. Everything changed during a conversation with another freelancer who asked a simple question: why are you waiting for clients to find you? That question lingered. Business owners weren't spending their days browsing freelance platforms. They were building companies, hiring employees, launching products, and networking on LinkedIn. If those businesses needed a website, maybe the smartest move wasn't competing with hundreds of freelancers. Maybe it was meeting decision makers where they already spent their time. Instead of treating LinkedIn like an online resume, Alex transformed it into a client acquisition tool. The profile headline no longer said freelance web designer. It clearly explained who he helped and what clients could expect. The summary focused less on technical skills and more on solving business problems, like improving credibility, increasing leads, and creating websites that supported growth. Visitors could instantly understand the value without reading a long biography. Next came finding the right people. Rather than messaging everyone, Alex searched for small business owners, startup founders, consultants, and agencies whose websites clearly needed improvement. Some websites loaded slowly, others looked outdated or weren't mobile friendly. Instead of seeing flaws, Alex saw opportunities to help. The outreach itself looked surprisingly simple. There were no aggressive sales pitches or copied templates sent to hundreds of strangers. Every connection request mentioned something specific about the person's business. Maybe it was a recent product launch, a podcast appearance, or an interesting article they had shared. The goal wasn't to sell a website. It was to start a genuine conversation. After someone accepted the connection, Alex didn't immediately pitch his services. Sometimes he commented on their posts. Sometimes he congratulated them on company milestones. Other times, he shared a quick observation about their website that could improve the visitor experience. A message might say, "I noticed your homepage takes a little while to load on mobile. That could be costing potential customers. That you like to know." There was no pressure, just helpful insight. Not everyone responded. Many conversations ended after a few messages. Some people weren't looking for a website at all, but that was never the point. Outreach wasn't about convincing everyone to buy. It was about consistently creating opportunities where none existed before. Every thoughtful message became another seed planted for the future. The first breakthrough arrived about a month later. A consultant Alex had connected with remembered his helpful suggestion and reached out after deciding to refresh the company's website. It wasn't a massive project, but it proved the process worked. Soon, another business owner asked for advice, which turned into another contract. Referrals began appearing because satisfied clients introduced Alex to people in their own network. Over several months, the numbers became surprisingly consistent. By reaching out to new prospects every weekday, maintaining conversations, and genuinely helping before selling, Alex developed a reliable pipeline. Some months brought 4 clients, other months brought 6.
On average, around 5 new projects arrived without relying on bidding wars or hoping the algorithm favored his profile. The biggest lesson wasn't that LinkedIn was some magical platform. It was that consistency always outperformed luck. Sending thoughtful messages every week created momentum that random bursts of effort never could. Personalization consistently beat generic templates because people respond to conversations that feel human. Relationships always outlasted cold selling because trust formed long before contracts were signed. By the time clients hired Alex, they already believed he understood their business and genuinely wanted to help. Today, the routine looks remarkably ordinary. Spend time improving the profile, research businesses carefully, start real conversations, offer useful observations, follow up respectfully, repeat the process every week. None of these steps are complicated on their own. Their power comes from doing them consistently, even when immediate results aren't visible. The search for clients will never completely disappear from freelance life, but the way you search changes everything. Instead of waiting to be discovered in a crowded marketplace, you can build relationships with the people who already need your expertise. Sometimes the next client isn't hidden behind another proposal or another bidding war. They're simply one thoughtful conversation away. And perhaps the smartest way to grow your business isn't finding more websites to design, it's finding better ways to connect with the people behind them. Because at the end of the day, clients don't hire the person with the fanciest portfolio. They hire the person they know, trust, and believe understands their business. LinkedIn isn't just another social platform, it's a place where meaningful professional relationships begin. If you can consistently show up, provide genuine value, and treat every conversation as a start of a long-term connection instead of a quick sale, you'll stand out in a crowded market. Your next client may not be searching for a web designer today, but when the time comes, your name could already be the first one they remember. And that's how sustainable freelance businesses are truly built.